What's up, people? Okay. That's why it's cold. I had this here for the phone. Alright, so a lot going on. This video is some more rambles. Oh, I'm ashy. Y'all, they say nothing doesn't being ashy like that. Might have found my chapstick. I'll find some later. It's ashy. What I did with my chapstick, y'all? I don't know if I got any up here. And my eyeglass cleaner up here. I should put some chapstick. Oh, these are great. These are from Walmart. And they usually come with a little cleaning cloth in there. I got a bigger cloth. Well, we're going to have to work with it the way it is, y'all. Work with it the way it is. Sorry for the yawning. So I'm here in Arizona. I had to let the beef load go. Somebody else, they gave it to another driver. I'm going to show you pictures. I put the pictures in the beginning. There's a bracket that's on the back of the truck that holds the hanger, that holds your airlines and your pigtail, your electrical pigtail. Well, mine, I just fell out. Oh, sweet Jesus. And I heard it, and then I dragged, and I'm lucky I didn't rip the airlines out from the truck when it fell out. I just heard it dragging. And so I had to bungee it to the catwalk, and they got to get it. And when I tried to get it back, we tried to get up there, what happened, we noticed the screws were loose. So probably the screws wore. I don't know who had this truck before me. Again, it was pulling right. The truck could have been an accident for all the hell I know. I don't know all of what took place. And I got like 250,994 miles on it since I've been driving it. I think under 200 when I got it. If I remember correctly, it was under 200. I just don't remember exactly what. I'm going to go over here and do laundry here in a minute. Probably get a shower here later too. So I'm at our terminal. I'm here in my home state of Phoenix. I've been here for 2 days. Well, yeah, kind of, sort of. So I delivered the load to Wally World. Let's see if this is her. I'm going to call you. I'm going to talk to you in a minute. What's up, people? Alright, ended up on the phone with Chucker Bill and a friend of mine's cousin named Roy. Well, if you watch the channel, you know I'm talking about you. I'm going to use your example. So sometimes drivers reach out to me because I told you I do a lot of newbie stuff. Y'all see it's a hot mess back there in my bunk. Y'all see that? It's a hot mess because I'm packing up stuff. So it's a hot mess. So I'm gonna pull this back so y'all don't see my hot mess. And I took, if y'all see, I don't know if y'all can see at the top, the bags up there. So I'm pulling the stuff down, packing stuff up. So it's a hot mess. But I want to show y'all this too. See this? Remember I told you I have a hat case. I ordered another one. This is just some of the hats that I picked up over the road. Put this one in there. So I get a lot of drivers. I had to put some oil on the lips, y'all, because they was ashy when I first turned this on. I get a lot of new drivers, and they reach out to me. And I also have friends who have family members. Let me lift this up. Who have family members who reach out to me, and they'll ask me, "Hey, Shannon, can you talk to XYZ family member?" Or people reach out to me. I've talked to even people who aren't new drivers, some who are just coming back to the industry. Kizzy, Jackie. I've talked to some of you guys on the phone and through Facebook. And if I give you a suggestion or tell you that I think you should try something, I would at least try it, okay? I'm going to tell you all the story of Roy. Love you, Roy, but I got to share this so that somebody doesn't make the mistake you made. So I sent information, I think, to his cousin, Regina, who I used to work with, Edna. She works with veterans now. I think I sent it to him, too. He didn't have the money to go to some of the trucking schools that were so pricey out in Nevada. And so I told her I had a headhunter lady who has advertised several times, the same one I dealt with for the Oklahoma company, that she has free CDL schools. Well, there's a lot of free CDL. What you have to go through is kind of a pain in the butt, but if you ain't got the loot, You got to do what you got to do. Roy, and I know sometimes we desperate for change. So that much I'm excited he's desperate for change. Been there. But even when you're desperate for change, you got to do it in a certain way. Otherwise, you're going to bump your head. Okay? He said he was at some convenience liquor store, whatever, and somebody told him about this trucking school. It was, I guess, within the budget he had, a couple $1,000s, like $1,900. And he done went over here and given this person that money. He said the equipment's raggedy, this, that, and the other thing. Well, that's not really unusual to have raggedy equipment at a trucking school. But he sent me pictures and it might be shoddy. Small yard to drive on. Somebody got prostitutes working for this company. And I'm not mentioning the name of the trucking school. It's in Nevada. That are helping run this company. And there's no, I guess, official training. It was some stuff. So I ended up on the phone with him in a conference call with him and me and Trucker Bill. Because I figured sometimes I know, and Bill, me and Bill's like, in this industry, I don't care if you're female or male, if you done did this job, you should be able to talk to anybody about this damn job. Which I can, but sometimes I know males, you receive better from another male. Even though they can say the same damn thing, y'all just receive better from another male. And so with some of the stuff I had told him to do yesterday, he came back with one company. And I'm like, no, I told you to put in for several companies so that you have options when you leave this jacked up trucking school you at. They are charging him for all sorts of just random, this guy random fees him. If you didn't pass the test for backing, I'm going to random fee you $200. So you now paying more than the $1,900 where you probably could have come to a trucking company and done it for free, and are going through this headhunter lady and done it for free. So I had him come on there and talk with me and Trucker Bill. We've been about an hour on the phone educating him. And just giving him information on what he was getting into, about just dealing with his issues he's having with this trucking company or trucking school. We dealt with it all. we dealt with it all. Hopefully, between me and Bill, he'll listen this go round. He's at that trucking school right now. He's got his permit. And I told him, I said, as soon as you can get out of there, get out of there. Bill made some recommendations for trucking starter companies for him to go to. Some of them I don't recommend. But like I told him, even though I might not recommend them, sometimes you just got to start where you got to start. I came back to the company I'm at because I needed something with liquid, and I really hate it. And when I leave, I'm going to hate it because I really like my driver manager. I got a phone with her today, and we had a good old talk. And she funny as hell. But unfortunately, I can't take her with me, and I need to do what's best for me. I need to do best for me financially. I need to do best for me, hopefully equipment, get better equipment. I need to do what's best for me, okay? And at this point, sometimes people come into something, don't research it. I forgot the name. It was a lady who reached out to me, and I did a video response to you regarding cents per mile, and you were talking about the safety of women in trucking. And I put on there, hey, this can happen in any industry, like what happened to that young lady. She could have been going to her car and been attacked. It happens in our world today. It's sick, but it happens. But there's things that we can do sometimes to avoid madness and just drama. There's just things we can do different, people. Just things that we can do different. The problem that happened with Roy is that he chose to go one route that might not have been the best. And now he's stuck. It's that old adage, like Bill told him, my trucking school was quite expensive. He's like, because when I told him, I said, my school was 6 months. He said, 6 months? I said, oh, hell yeah. 6 months to me was good, because I would have got out here on a 3-week, I would have probably tore up a whole bunch of crap. So I can see why they expect you to have an accident in the first 6 months if you've only had 3 weeks worth of freaking training. It's, if you reach out to me and I suggest something, I'm not telling you got to follow my rule, but I'm going to tell you, look into it. At least be wise about it. I was watching a female trucker today, Jay Rich? I think it's Jay Rich. And she was asking, I guess I come in on I don't watch the live feeds. I come in usually after they post it. And I guess she did a live feed asking for help because she's looking at owner-op stuff. And, you know, my thing is, before you jump into owner-op, lease purchase, research it. She's doing a great job. She went out, she opened up her channel and said, hey, who are y'all out there, owner-ops and lease, whatever. I need to know, should I do this, this, and this? What's your suggestions? What path I should take? I had a gentleman on here, Black Saint. Black Saint, what's up? Black Saint has bought 3 trucks through the trucking company he's with. I'm going to reach out to him. I haven't done it quite yet because I haven't sat down long enough to do it. But probably here in the next, I'll be back home in about 4 to 5 after I leave. I'm still here. I'm at home right now. And y'all see the pictures in the beginning while I'm home because I went ahead and just told him to let me do a reset. But I'm going to reach out to him and pick his brain. You bought 3 trucks through lease purchase. You have a method that works. I need to talk to you and find out what you did. And then I need to see whether I can incorporate that in my situation. And maybe you don't incorporate everything. Maybe you incorporate some things. But I need to see what I need to incorporate in my situation in order to make that work. Okay? You have to listen to wisdom, people. It's like Trucker Bill, sometimes me and him will get into it. But the reality is, I was telling my driver manager today in a phone conversation, we're talking about the weather. And she put it on here to the team. She's like, I talked to her about something called ice fog or freezing fog. If you don't know what that is, look it up. And I told her I was in a situation. I'm from Arizona. I have not experienced every weather condition. Matter of fact, I had not seen snow till I first started driving trucks. I mean, I saw it as a baby, but I don't remember it. I lived in Columbus for a period, but I was too young to remember it. With an aunt and uncle. Too young to remember it. So if I was in snow, and my mother has a picture of me in snow, I don't remember it. But as an adult, I had never seen snow till I drove a truck. I had never changed a truck. You know where I changed a truck up? Here in Arizona. In Flagstaff. That's in our mountains up north. On our way to New Mexico. Snowstorm up in the mountains. They just got snow, as a matter of fact, up in Flag. That's the first time I changed a truck. And the last time, I ain't changing no more. Because I know now how to check weather conditions. But I was driving in what's called ice fog or freezing fog, and it puts ice crystals on the ground. What's ice on the ground with a truck? A badass accident if you don't get off the road. I didn't know I was in ice fog. I'd never heard of it. Trucker Bill called me. Get off the road. You have to use wisdom, people. And sometimes people who've been out here a while can share some wisdom with you. You might not, and it kills me because I see people who just, I watched one driver, he's funny, I guess he thought he knew better than everybody else. He jumped in, went and leased a truck, and went out here and tried to do it all on his own because he felt he could do it, and didn't do well. I was happy he filmed it, and now I think he's working in oil fields, and now he's finally, he's learned from his mistake, and he's trying. Because if you fall, you get back up. That's you learn from your mistakes. Or you can learn from other people's mistakes. Or you can learn from reading and preparing yourself, and you still may have mistakes, you still may fall, you still may have issues, but at the end of the day, if you can get wisdom from somebody, run with the wisdom. I had let Roy know that my headhunter lady, that she actually had a free CDL school. She's been advertising it on Facebook left and right, and when I talked to her last, she said she was starting a CDL school, plus she has affiliations with companies, so she can give you the necessary wisdom that you need in order to, what's the word I want to use? In order to just basically have a better experience. And at least, I'm going to say better might not be the best. It'll be better than where you're at and learn. But if you jump out there without listening, then when the BS happens, now you're stuck in the BS. He unfortunately went to this company, the Shyster. But I told him, I said, well, you got a good learning experience, because actually I think everything he's going through is good. He's dealing with the racial side of the crap. He's dealing with because the guy's racist. He's dealing with that part of it. He's dealing with the Shyster, slick willy tactics that happens in trucking all the time. And I told him, I said, well, it sounds like to me like even though the school's a piece of crap, you learning the worst side of trucking. You seeing what you gonna get. So Shyster stuff at a trucking company ain't gonna be too shocking for you by the time you come over here. You'll understand trucking is a cutthroat industry, and if they can get over on you, they're gonna get over on you. It is what it is, and I hate to say it. I was talking to another lady who was doing lease purchase with she brought her own truck over to this company that dealt with a lot of owner ops, so you do lease purchase. They don't have company drivers, and I found it ironic because when I was talking to her, she said there was some hidden fees that they didn't tell them about up front. Welcome to trucking. It's Shyster, that company I went to in Oklahoma. The lady had told me their payments was cheap. I was like, oh my God, if you want to buy a truck, that's really cheap. When we got into the classroom, they telling them they're going to pay an extra 20 cents a mile towards the truck note. So that means you got a fluctuating truck payment. I'd rather know I'm paying $800 a week than maybe one week I'm paying $1,000, the next week I'm paying $1,200, the next week I'm paying $800, the next week I'm paying $600. No, I want to hell no. That's Shyster. And when you know you're dealing with that, you need to run, not walk. And that's why there's such a huge turnover, because you have that kind of behavior. And he's getting it in trucking school, but he did it based on, well, how'd you find out? Well, somebody at a convenience store, liquor store somewhere told him about this company Shyster. I said, when I went to my trucking school, I said, you got to research everything, even the trucking companies you come into. I ask questions. I ask questions of any driver. Have you smoked anything? Well, yeah, okay, well, now we need to look at a bigger picture. Have you smoked within the last, 3 months? Okay, so we need to find a company that only does piss tests, because I'm not sure how far the hair follicle test goes back. And then I do it on occasion. Well, you can't do it on occasion in this industry. You do it on occasion in this industry, and they do a random drug screen. I was driving down the road. Now, I don't do anything. I don't do anything other than drink when I'm off. And I'm not even a heavy drinker. My drink is like, honestly, Bloody Marys, margaritas. And usually we're going to a restaurant, so usually they're not even strong. It's some watered down crap. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's not even anything strong. It's watered down. Sorry, people. Like I told him, I said, for me, I'm driving down the road. My driver manager calls me. I think I was outside of, Missouri? In Missouri, Indiana, something like that. And she's like, Shannon, you've been selected for a random alcohol screening. It was just a breathalyzer. And she says, you have this much time to get to this location. She had to find the closest Concentra or drug screening facility for me to go to. They faxed that stuff over there. I had to be there. I drove the truck in. She found a place where I could drive the truck. Okay? And worst case scenario, they may make you park it at a truck stop and take Uber or Lyft or a cab to a facility. When they want you to go do that drug screening, you need to go do that drug screening when they tell you the hell to do it. No ifs, no ands, and no buts. It kills me when I'm talking to people and I'm trying to tell you, I'm giving you wisdom. So that's why I got on the phone. Me and Bill got on the phone today with him. And I'm happy Bill was on the phone with me. And we just had a come to Jesus meeting with him. And it was I think it was a good come to Jesus meeting. It needed to happen. This industry is no joke. No joke. And you'll get your feelings hurt coming up in here and thinking you can do all sorts of shenanigans. You cannot. You will get your feelings hurt. So we gave him a good school lesson. But yeah, if you talk to me, people, and I recommend something, you might want to take the recommendation. And I'm not telling you you have to run with that ball, but at least research it. And you know, like Bill said, he said he's been driving way back when, and he said I probably worked for over 30 trucking companies because shit happens. Company don't treat you right. He said, but the thing is, with a CDL, you can get a job. I said, unless you kill somebody, and even after you kill somebody, after you do your time and stuff, and you've been off the road long enough, you can go right back into it. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being real. You roll a truck, you might be off the road for a minute. You might have to get a local gig. Somebody gonna give you a job, and you're gonna make an income. I had a friend of mine's husband. He decided to smoke something, got a random drug screening, didn't take the drug screening, had to leave the company he was at. I don't know if he got a denial for the drug screening on his record or not. He making more money than I make a week right now, working for some little small hole-in-the-wall company. Works 5 days, off for 5 days, and taking home more money per week than I'm taking home. Working for some hole-in-the-wall ass company. Making good damn money. It's up to you what you want to do. So it's like, and I was watching a video about her, and she was talking about next move. This is the industry where you can, I ran into the guy who did my refresher training. Really like him. Him and his wife bought a house. He's training for these companies for over 21 years. So he's probably taking home about $70,000 to $90,000 a year. He likes the company. He's got a good driver manager. He's learned how to work with these trainees. He's extremely patient. He's a cool dude. It's working for him. So this is his company of choice to retire from, not mine. You know, you got to find your fit, and you got to find where you're going to make your money. My goal is hopefully, prayerfully, eventually own my own crap truck. I really want my own truck. Whether to buy new or used or something else she was asking. And the video I watched today, I'm going to order the book by Kevin Rutherford. If y'all don't know who that is, I'm going to jump to subjects here. Kevin Rutherford does road dog trucking. And I run into a couple of drivers over the road who use his method for being on route. Some of them bought new trucks, some of them bought used. Kevin, I think, started with used trucks, but if you want to buy a new truck, you do that too, but it's expensive. Good and bad. The bad about used trucks is you don't know if it was really maintained. To me, the good part about the new truck is it's new, but at the same time, you don't know what problems you have in a new truck. Because you could have problems in a new truck. I told you I had a brand new Volvo. When I came here. Gorgeous truck. But I had tons of electrical issues with that truck. And then they put me into some hole-in-the-wall piece of crap Freightliner. That Freightliner ran like it was nasty. I had to get in there and clean it. Smoky. But I tell you what, it ran until the air conditioner went out. And then they put me in another Freightliner. And that one ran like a champ too. So, no, they put me in a Volvo. Another Volvo was okay. And then I finally got into a Freightliner. And that's why I've been a Freightliner fan, because Freightliners, they're like workhorses. They're like a Timex watch. For those of you old enough to remember, takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Freightliner. I heard KWs are good. I've driven a KW for a test for that Oklahoma that I did for my road test, and it's a very smooth drive. But I haven't driven them to where I can tell you, oh yeah, they're great. But you got Conway. I think their main fleet is KWs, and the company I'm at now, they've got quite a few KWs. They've got Freightliners, and they brought back the International, although International to me has always been crappy. Trucks are cheap. And they brought back some Volvos. They got some Volvos now back in the fleet. I like Volvos because I like the interior of the Volvo. However, I don't know what the engine is, and I know their warranty is not as good as the Freightliner warranty. So those are the things you want to research when you're looking at trucking. Then you got to find, what am I doing with the truck? Because sometimes the type of truck you get, if you're doing heavy haul, you're going to need a certain type of truck. And a Volvo might not be the truck for heavy haul. You might need to get a KW or a Peterbilt or a Freightliner. Those would probably be more closer to the type of heavy haul truck you want. Certain engines that you're going to require. If you're going to do reefer, what kind of truck do you want for that? There's stuff you need to really think about depending on what you're doing in this industry. So if you're doing a car hauling, there's just stuff you need to do. But research, and again, if you guys get into the owner-op thing, make sure you guys at least minimum LLC. If you don't LLC, you need to do like a C or S Corp, but minimum you need to LLC. Don't do it under your name. You risk too much of your financial future and financial current if something happens bad as a lease purchase or owner operator. You want to have yourself LLC. I'm trying to think if I have anything else I wanted to talk about. Rambles. I know we got some new people to the channel. I haven't really looked. I know somebody was talking about the per diem. We went back to one of my per diem videos. I'm not a fan of per diem. Actually, I hate per diem. I think per diem is a complete ripoff. I think the company's just taking your money and riding it. My company right now, they've laid off even more people. I got here to get the back fix that you're going to see where the airline bracket came off. And then I just told her, let's do a reset. And I'm going to roll for about 4 to 5 weeks. And then I'm going to come home, do 5 days off like I did before because I already talked to them about it. And now it's not a problem because I talked to our fleet manager. I'm like, well, you don't abuse it. You're not abuse. I expect to have 5 days off, and I don't want to be bothered. So I'm going to do that when I come back. I'm going to go ahead and get my resume out to the application out to the other company. And then I may go about 5 weeks. That way I can just pack some checks. I just want to put some checks away. So I went ahead and did a reset. I'm going to hang with the Joe later tonight. I'm getting ready to go in here and do laundry. I've been saying about laundry, y'all. I really need to do laundry. And I've been procrastinating. And I'm at the terminal and it's free. So I'm going to go in here and do some free laundry. And wash these clothes. But I wanted to, I don't know if I showed, I think I did show you, but this is the hat case. You can get this on Amazon, but where I got it was like, I call it the old people companies that have like the Mary Wright or whatever that lady is. But you can get this on Amazon. I did a plastic cover. I'm going to start putting the links below, y'all. I just haven't done it yet. And it has a little handle. But this is one of the hat cases I have. I don't know how many, it tells you how many hats in here, but I don't know how many I got. I have a bunch of hats in here. And I still got room. So I still got room for some more. So I'll put some more hats in here. And that's my hat case. Let me get another one. Because every time I'm over the road, if I find hats, I get them. Yeah. And I'm going to order some more. I don't know if y'all, I think I saw my Negro League hat. It's a little big. I measured around my head, but I know it's a little big on the side. I put my thumbs up here. But then I have my hair. So I'm going to try to order, I think, one size less and see how it is. I don't want to order too small, but I might order one size less. But I love it. It's got all the teams on there for the Negro League. And, yeah, I like it. So, I mean, it fits. Like, if I put it backwards, it's fitting, but there's still some room there. And it's not a snug fit. But anyway, yeah, and you can see the space on the side right here. But anyway, yeah, so if you see and listen to what this guy told me about the company he went with, and I'm sorry, y'all got the gleam. I think it's from, oh, there it is. It's from the sun coming in. If y'all see or hear what he told me, you would be like, and I'm not going to get into it, but it was bad. And it's funny because I just watched this driver, and I'm pretty much sure she's quitting my company. She took her mattress off the truck, CB, everything. And that's not somebody leaving for 3 weeks. That's somebody who basically saying, middle finger, I'm out. And I guess they laid off a crap load of their day cab drivers. They laid off people in the glass shop. They laid off some more mechanics. So, yeah. So, Wagner Boy, a.k.a. Black Nation, trust me, son, I understand. And your move was probably a very good move. I'm getting ready to kind of do the same thing. And like I said, the only thing I hate, I really like my driver manager. I wish I could just take her with me. And I'm praying I get somebody half decent at the next company. But I'm probably going to go into whatever company is this company again. Go on and stick with my plan and try to finish out my financial thing that I'm doing, my Chapter 7. Once I get that in order, I'll still have some government stuff I got to pay, like the student loans and stuff. Once I get that all taken care of with some taxes, then I'm going to go ahead and do my lease purchase deal. And I'm going to have to do lease purchase. Because I really don't want no piece of crap truck. And I really want a new truck. Honestly, I know some people are like, well, I personally want a new truck. There's features in the new truck I want. I want the fact I want it to have hopefully an APU on it, even if it's electric APU. I want to put my refrigerator back there. I want a microwave. I want to be able to cook because it saves you money. And then just let me roll and leave me alone. Yeah. Anyway, y'all, I don't think I have anything else to ramble about. I'm trying to think what else I want to ramble about. I don't have anything else. I can ramble about. I'm gonna blend this into another video. Oh, at the end, sometimes I'm throwing videos up from stuff I did before. Like the last one I did, I had I think something from Salt Lake City or Utah, and I did that that was like weeks ago. So if I find videos or places I've been sometimes and I meant to put them up, I might clip them in at the end if it's old. I'm just gonna let you know. I'm just putting them up just so y'all can see it. This video is done today though. So I am here in Phoenix, Arizona-fication in my home state. Prayerfully none of y'all is near that hurricane in Florida. It's a hot mess. Definitely be careful of the cold weather. It's been ice rain, or whatever else. Ice fog, you need to be very careful if you're in that, if you've never been in that before. It is a very fine thing of ice on the road. So be careful if you end up in that. Yeah, let me go take this dang laundry in here and do it. Y'all, I'm procrastinating. I got a craving for a hamburger. Why have I have a craving for a hamburger? I'm going to make a sandwich again. I had a craving for a hamburger. I might do a hamburger. I don't know. They might have one inside. I see what they're charging. I had a craving for a hamburger. Yeah. Do this laundry. Y'all, peace. I'm going to post this up today. I'm going here and do this damn laundry. And I'm wearing my t-shirt because I'm going to do laundry. I might as well make sure I wash out my other shirts. Yeah, I threw out all the student mattress. But I had like 3 mattresses on top of them, and I threw that all out. And that way I can use that because it's like a tray. And I can use that to pack and store stuff up there. So when I get ready to get off the truck, all we got to do is just lift it off the top bunk. So I'm pulling all this stuff out. I'm organizing it. Nothing else, y'all. That's it. Be blessed. 2 and 2. Peace. So I'm in Utah, up from my terminal, and I'm in a place called Shirokuma, which is some kind of shaved ice cream place. It's kind of cool. Reminds me of my boba house I go to. So I'm gonna try some shaved ice. Anyway, yeah, check that out. It's kind of cool. Anyway, peace. That is totally cool. So this is the snow ice. I did the taro. This is their waffle, which is a soft waffle, and they're stuffed inside of these little things. Strawberry, red bean, and that's shaved in. You saw her shaving it. And then bobas that pop. Let y'all know what I think later.